Okay, take 26. This tutorial is getting a lot more technical than I thought it would be. How are you guys doing? It's Tim Michael with TimMichaelArts.com. I am thankfully back in Florida from Mississippi and had a great trip out there, and thankfully now that I'm back, it's nice to settle back in. I am finding that I am having some problems though, because my computers are going insane. I actually had to crash my big important business computer last night and get new systems put on it. So thankfully it seems to be okay right now. I hope that it stays that way. It's kind of tough being uncertain whether it's working at full capacity or not. I've been doing a lot of anatomy study while I've been away. A lot of drawings that just check out, how appendages connect with each other, like the arms connect to the body and things like that. And I'm learning a couple tricks, especially as I go to the gym and I look at like these bodybuilder type guys who are there. And it's really given me a better understanding of how the human anatomy connects in certain ways, especially like chest, back, and arms, shoulders, how they all connect. When I used to draw people, I used to draw the chest area, and then I would draw sometimes I wouldn't even have a rib cage, and artists would call me on that. And then there's the waist area and the legs. And then when I got to the arms, I wasn't sure how to connect the arms. They say, okay, we'll draw two circles, and that's where the arms go. And I would go, okay, how do you connect those to the body? How do you get that to look right? And so this tutorial is more for younger, not as advanced students. I know a bunch of you more advanced students are looking at this and going, are you crazy? I knew that like ages ago. Well, to be honest, I've been an artist for a while now, and I'm just starting to catch up. So, whoever finds this helpful, please hit the like button. If you didn't find this helpful or you absolutely detested this, keep it to yourself. We're trying to stay positive here. Anyway, what I'm going to show you, though, is kind of, I could be wrong about how all this stuff works. I'm going to keep learning, and if I find out that I'm wrong, I'll come back to you. I'll say my apologies, and I'll show you the new technique, So, but what I want to show you guys today is how the arm links into the body. And I'd say my area that I always had a problem with wasn't the top of the shoulder, it was the bottom. How the bottom of the arm from the tricep connects to the body itself. And there is a very important muscle that really kind of connects it all together, especially on muscle type guys. You can see it really clearly. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of draw the same thing here. And I'm going to go ahead and draw my shoulders. I'm going to go ahead and have the arms kind of going straight out, okay? So what I'm going to show you is how the chest connects to the arms, how the shoulders connect to the torso, how this important muscle connects to them, and we'll go from there, okay? So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing the neck, okay? And then from the neck, I'm going to go ahead and take a muscle down. This is the upper shoulder. Now, if the arms are up, that means that the shoulder, the round part of the shoulder, is going to be above this line. If they're down, if the arms are down, then you're going to have the neck, and you're going to have these going down. And depending on how muscular the individual is, you may actually put a bump on it before you actually connect it with those shoulders. See what I'm saying here? So we're going to go like this. We're going to go like that. You see what I'm saying? No? Okay, fine. Anyway. Let me go ahead and quickly, maybe not so quickly, erase this. There we go. Off of the shoulder, kind of like this, is going to come the bicep. And off of that is going to come the forearm. And I'll usually draw a circle, and that's how I judge the forearm. And the bicep goes into the forearm, kind of like this. And that like that, and then we're going to have the tricep right there, okay? So you see how there's all this gap area here, and you're going, okay, how am I supposed to connect all of that? The tricep actually comes really close to the inner part of the body like that. So if I keep with that, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look like it's connecting to the body, and that, as a kid and as an adult, bugs me senseless. I want to know that I'm doing this right, and so as I I'm looking at this, I'm going, this looks wrong. It's so wrong. And I really wanted it to look superhero-y, and this looks superhero-y. The muscle in the arm looks great, but the torso and stuff doesn't look right. Well, when you start looking at, you know, like these muscle guys in the magazines, or you're checking out, you know, these guys as you're working out next to them in the gym or whatever, you really see a lot of those extra muscles. And I tell you what, the gym is a great place just so they don't, you know, wig out about you know, taking glimpses at them, because you see how the muscles contract and how they make all their, how they flex when a person is doing one of these exercises. So if you're man enough to do this, watch some of these guys, or if you're woman enough to do this, watch some of these guys work out and just see some of the muscles that just flex, and it's really going to help you out a lot when it comes to drawing. When it comes to the chest area, I'm going to go ahead and draw in the chest area here, kind of like this. It's kind of like that, pretty much. It's actually going to pull up the chest. So if the guy had his arms down, the chest kind of becomes more squared. But when you move your arms up, the chest goes into the body a little bit, and it hides itself a little bit more. Okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and do the rib cage area, which is just going to come off the side here. Now what I do is I kind of just go like this. Sort of like that. And then I draw this coming down towards the legs. And then I'll do this for where the rib cage is. And then here is where the abs are going to be. Okay? And then what really sums it up in the I'm going to put this in here as well. It's a bonus. What really helps with the really adding in proportion to this is remembering hips, even on guys. And basically these are going to cut down like this, but they're not going to be very visible. They're going to be fairly invisible. Wait a minute. What am I misunderstanding here? I thought that I programmed this thing to... It's doing something weird and finicky. Anyway, whatever. I'm just going to leave that there for now. I think I misprogrammed this... the eraser on my pencil. Anyway, kind of like that is going to be that. But that's really going to add a lot to the character by having the hips areas in there. Of course, the pants are going to be up a lot higher. I don't want to freak anybody out here. Let's bring up the pants a little higher, and we'll put the belt buckle here. And don't want all the ladies staring too much at this guy. And there we go. So we'll go like that. Now, the important muscle that I'm going to talk about is the side lateral. And the side lateral connects the arms really nicely to the body. And it's a muscle that is on the back of your body. So it actually goes behind the arms. And then what you can do is you're going to take it like this and like this. And my eraser isn't going to work, so I'm going to go like so. I'll make it a little smaller. There we go. So, like that. See how that looks like it does a little better? I'm still learning anatomy, but this is what I've learned as I've been watching, you know, other individuals and seeing the muscle groups and such like that, and doing my own studies. As I look, I'm seeing these side laterals that go up around the back side of the arms. So the arm isn't covering over the back. If you look at the body from the side, and like I said, I'm not very good at this, but here's the shoulder. And I always thought that meant, okay, that's where the back is. No, the back actually can go behind there, like this. And, you know, muscular backs have this, and then the chest area here, and all of this is going to add in like this. And when you look at the guy or girl from the side, they're going to have the side lateral is going to come over here, and it's going to link up to the back. So side lateral is going to be in the back here. And that's what makes this connection for this part of the arm. Okay? So anyway, we're at 9 minutes. You can check out my website, timmichaelarts.com. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And for all of you anatomy enthusiasts who know I'm messing up on this, just give me some time. I'm going to keep learning here as I go along. This was very important to me in my next step in, properly figuring out anatomy. So this is a success for me that I learned a couple months ago, to be honest. It hasn't been all that long. Because usually, for all of my work, I usually stick with the face, except in certain cases. Now, you can see a couple months back in some of my drawings that I put in these side laterals, but I didn't used to as a kid, as a teenager, because I had no clue. But now that I'm doing my studies, I'm seeing those, and I'm also seeing hips. That's also a big key area for guys and girls. Of course, for girls, you want to get the hips. All right, God bless you all. I love you all. Thank you very much for being so patient with me. It's good to be home, and I will see you later.